Indian green card holders face deportation risk. Their rights and recourse. Green card holders, including Indians, are facing heightened scrutiny under the Trump administration's immigration policies. While many anticipated stricter regulations on illegal immigration and temporary visas, the increased focus on lawful permanent residents has raised concerns about their rights and legal recourse. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, U.S. Immigration News. We hope you're doing great. In this video, we're going to talk about, if you're interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. Green card holders, including Indians, are facing never-before-seen scrutiny as the Trump administration walks the talk on citizenship, immigration, and deportation. What are the rights of American green card holders? And what legal recourse do they have if they are threatened with deportation? Many in the U.S. had imagined a clampdown on illegal immigrants and regulations on temporary work and student visas when Donald Trump was set to enter the White House. But not many would have imagined scrutiny of green card holders. A U.S. green card was the next best thing to American citizenship. But recent detentions and deportations of green card holders have raised questions about the rights and recourse that Indians and others have in the U.S. This scrutiny on green cards concerns Indians as they are the second largest cohort to obtain U.S. citizenship or green cards in FY 2024, with 49,700 Indians naturalized, accounting for 6.1% of the new citizens. But in the uncertain times when Indians face the threat of expulsion, what are the rights and resources for Indian green card holders in the U.S.? The rights and recourse of a green card holder. Green card holders, known as lawful permanent residents, have the legal right to return to the U.S. after traveling abroad. However, Customs and Border Protection officers can inspect and question the holders to ensure their eligibility for a green card. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services page clearly states the rights of a permanent resident. Live permanently in the United States, provided you do not commit any actions that would make you removable under immigration law, it states. Green card holders should be legally employed for any work they are qualified to do, but the U.S. reserves some jobs for security reasons. They will also be protected by U.S. law, according to uscis. But this page does not just mention rights, but also highlights the responsibilities of a green card holder. They have to obey all the laws of the U.S. and its localities and have to file their income tax returns and report their income to the U.S. Internal Revenue Service and state taxation authorities. They have to support a democratic form of government, and this does not mean voting, as they can neither vote in federal nor in local elections. They are required to register with the Selective Service for potential military conscription if they are male between the ages of 18 to 25. If a visa is wrongly revoked in the U.S., recourse options include requesting reconsideration at the issuing consulate or seeking a waiver if inadmissibility is cited. Another option is challenging the decision in a federal court. There are procedural guidelines for revocation and appeals. When can a green card be revoked and the holder deported? A green card or a permanent resident card permits non-citizens to live and work permanently in the U.S. Most green cards have to be renewed in 10 years. David Leopold, an immigration law expert and partner at UB Greensfelder, told CBS News. The card expires, but the residency doesn't expire. If it is not renewed, there could be ramifications because you have to maintain the registration. But the status itself never expires, assuming the person complies with the law, said Leopold. But there are several reasons why an individual could lose their green card and be deported. It could be because they have committed marriage fraud, crimes, and substance abuse. If they are convicted, they serve their sentence. Recently, there have also been reports of increased scrutiny and secondary inspection of elderly Indians in U.S. airports. A Times of India report highlighted the growing concerns among U.S. immigration attorneys over increased scrutiny of green card holders, particularly elderly Indians, at U.S. airports. Florida-based immigration attorney Ashwin Sharma told TOI that elderly Indian green card holders, particularly grandparents who happen to spend a bit longer outside the U.S., are being coerced into signing Form I-407 to voluntarily surrender their permanent residency. While currently, The cases of green card holders being deported are a handful. It would benefit Indians to know their rights and legal recourse in case of a secondary inspection leading to deportation in the U.S., but face removal proceedings in front of an immigration judge. A person can also lose their green card due to substantiated charges of immigration fraud in the immigration process. Alora Mukherjee, a Columbia Law School professor and director of the university's Immigrants' Rights Clinic, told CBS. Mukherjee stated how an individual whose green card is being revoked is given a notice to appear before an immigration judge. It can also be revoked if there is enough reason to believe a person is engaging in terrorism or backing a terrorist organization. Recently, there have also been reports of increased scrutiny and secondary inspection of elderly Indians in U.S. airports. A Times of India report highlighted the growing concerns among U.S. immigration attorneys over increased scrutiny of green card holders, particularly elderly Indians, at U.S. airports. Florida-based immigration attorney told TOI that elderly Indian green card holders, particularly grandparents who happen to spend a bit longer outside the U.S., are being coerced into signing Form I-407 to voluntarily surrender their permanent residency. While currently, the cases of green card holders being deported are a handful, it would benefit Indians to know their rights and legal recourse in case of a secondary inspection leading to deportation. With growing scrutiny in cases of green card revocation, it is crucial for Indian green card holders to understand their rights and legal options. Awareness of procedural guidelines, avenues for appeal, and legal protections can help them navigate potential challenges and safeguard their residency in the U.S.
Indian green card holders face deportation risk, their rights and resources. Green card holders, including Indians, are facing unprecedented scrutiny as the Trump administration tightens its grip on immigration policies, citizenship, and deportation process. Many anticipated a crackdown on illegal immigrants and visa holders when Donald Trump took office, but few expected this level of scrutiny. For green card holders previously considered the next best thing to a U.S. citizenship, a green card now comes with an increased risk of detention and deportation, leaving Indians and others uncertain about their rights and legal options. Indians who make up with second largest group of new U.S. citizens and green card holders in FY 2024, 49,700 naturalized, accounting for 6.1% of a new citizen, face heightened concern due to potential exclusions. Green card holders, known as a lawful permanent residents, are legally entitled to return to the U.S. after traveling abroad, but Customs and Border Protection officers can inspect and question them to verify their eligibility. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services specifies that green card holders can live and work permanently in the U.S., provided they comply with immigration laws. They must obey all U.S. law, file income tax return, and register for selective service if they are male between 18 and 25. They cannot vote in a federal or local elections, but are expected to support a democratic government. Green cards can be revoked under various circumstances, including marriage, fraud, criminal convictions, substance abuse, and immigration fraud. Failure to renew the card may lead to complications, although the residency status itself does not expire. However, elderly Indian green card holders are reportedly facing increased scrutiny as U.S. airports, with some set into a signing Form I-407 effectively surrendering their residency. Legal recourse options include requesting reconsideration at the issuing consulate, seeking a waiver for inadmissibility, or challenging revocation decisions in a federal court. Immigration attorney emphasized the importance of knowing one's rights, particularly if facing removal proceedings before an immigration judge. As the scrutiny intensifies, Indian green card holders must stay informed about their rights, legal obligations, and available recourse. Understanding a procedural guidelines, appeal mechanism, and safeguard can help mitigate risk and protect their permanent residency in the US.